and Aberdeen. Quite simply, Aberdeen must win tonight if they're to stand any chance of closing the present 7-point gap which exists between themselves and Rangers. So, summariser tonight, Gordon McQueen, match commentator, Jerry McNee.
Rangers go into the game with a more settled look now that Richard Gough is back in defence, and important players such as Ian Ferguson and Peter Haustra are regaining their match fitness. Well, there's been no more important player to the Ibrox cause this season than Stuart McCall, who has shown skill, spirit and consistency throughout. If you're into omens, how about this one? He scored 5 single goals since last August, all when he's been wearing the number 2 jersey. Not for the first time this season, Aberdeen have had to make the long journey back to Glasgow because of a weather postponement, and on this occasion they're badly hit by injury to key players like Ian Jess, Brian Grant and Stephen Wright. But they're delighted to have the highly talented Stuart McKimmie back after his lengthy injury spell. He reached the 20 international cap mark by starting all 3 European Championship games in Sweden last summer. Tonight's the 4th game of his club comeback. The referee is Joe Timmins from Kilwinning. So Haitley and McCoist get the match underway. Rangers chasing their 43rd Scottish Championship. Aberdeen have won it 4 times. So a packed house here at Ibrox Stadium. And a vital night also for the Dons, who are trying to close the gap. So a good interception there by John Brown. He plays it through to Trevor Stephen. Stephen again. This is Haustra. And touched on by McCoist. So only a couple of advertising boards out there tonight. Because of high winds earlier in the day, Rangers felt they had to remove them. A couple had blown into the stands. And in terms of safety for spectators and for players, the boards have been removed. So here come Rangers again. It's Haitley, but losing out to Patalainen. And that comes off Haustra. Mason leaving it, and that's driven by Shearer off the defensive wall. Richardson sending it in now. It's charged down by McPherson as Aiken tried the shot, and Kane's pass cut out by Haustra. Through for McCoist. It's Haitley on the run here with Gary Smith, and Smith keeping cool under pressure. This is Kane to Aitken. Aitken driving it through. Aberdeen with plenty of players forward here. It's off the line by John Brown. Well, Paul Mason it was running in on the right hand side. Played it right across, and John Brown got the touch just before Duncan Shearer arrived. Shearer has it. David Robertson's header, and eventually it's hooked away by Ferguson. This is Ferguson playing it through, looking for Haustra. Rangers fans getting right behind the team. Still it's Haustra. Well, claims for a penalty, but I think quite rightly waved away by the referee. Good climbing by Shearer, but Brown provides the cover. The referee giving the free kick here.
Well, I don't really understand what Joe Timmins has given the free kick to Aberdeen here for. It just looks like a normal through ball. John Brown passed it back to the goalkeeper, and I think he's gave a free kick against John Brown for obstruction here against Booth.
Well, in actual fact,
I mean, Booth isn't going to reach the ball. Maybe John Brown just blocked his run a little bit, but a little bit harsh nevertheless.
Absolute bedlam from the crowd. Richardson over the ball, plays it to Shearer. That's a good shot and well taken by Andy Gorham.
Well, this is the second free kick Shearer's tried from long range, and this time got that one in target.
Through by Houstra. Trevor Stephen has switched over to that far side for the moment. Sally McCoist battling away, getting it through to Haitley. It's McCoist again. That's a magnificent effort by Ali McCoist, and Theo Snelders took no chance at all. Pushed it behind for the corner.
Yeah, a little layoff there. It was a Haitley-McCoist partnership again. Expected Ali McCoist to try and make a little bit of ground, but he had a shot from a long way out, and a good one as well. Theo Snelders tipped it round for a corner kick to Rangers. So some highly entertaining play, and now it's Peter Houstra, and it's headed away by Patalainen, back helping in defence, but it's Houstra again. Still Rangers with plenty of players forward. It's Richard Gough, and another corner kick. Well, that was a cross swung into the left this time, and Richard Gough never get any great power on it, but just squirmed past Theo Snelders' right hand post. Very close thing for Aberdeen there.
So Rangers applying the pressure. That's Patalainen back there again, but it falls to Trevor Stephen. Another magnificent effort. Well, the corner kick coming in. Mixu Patalainen climbed high to partly clear it, but right into the path of Trevor Stephen, and his shot just over the top. Richardson playing it to Ken. This is Booth, a nice little header, but no one there in support. Paul Kane playing it through. That's a good ball to Scott Booth. Shearer's in the middle. Mason's also arriving. He takes on John Brown. That comes off Andy Gorham's foot. And now it's Rangers with a chance to counter-attack, but McLeish slipping in there, just ahead of Haitley. Well, certainly plenty of goal-mouth incident at both ends of the field.
Well, certainly end-to-end stuff. I mean, that was a fair little chance there for Scott Booth, a little slip-up in the Rangers defence here by John Brown. Leaves Scott Booth, tries to bend it round Andy Gorham's left-hand side, never hits it correctly, and it bounces off Andy Gorham's foot. That was a chance.
That's Brown for Rangers, to Robertson. It's aimed in at Haitley. Away by Aitken, only as far as Ferguson. Aitken challenges again. And now Robertson runs forward. It's played through by Houstra. And that's a corner kick. Great running by David Robertson. And a fine through pass from Peter Houstra.
Well, we all talk about the tremendous pace of the game in Scotland, but this has been ridiculous, the start of this game. It's absolutely frantic. And a good little run forward there by David Robertson. And wins Rangers another corner kick.
So it's played in by Houstra. And well headed away by Patalainen with Haitley closing in. Picked up now by Trevor Stephen. To McCall. Stephen again, who's doing a lot of good running. Haitley's there, but the free kick against Haitley. Well, he was being marked by Shearer.
Yeah, the ball swung in to the back post here, takes a little bit of a deflection. Haitley, as you can see here, dragging Shearer to the ground. Referee Joe Timmins correct with that decision.
Patalainen's in there again. And John Brown it is, trying to clear it. It's played though by McLeish. Picked up by Kane. Still the ball's in play. And eventually it goes behind for the corner. So great roars going up from the Aberdeen fans behind Andy Gorham's goal. Well, everyone except Theo Snelders inside the Rangers half. McLeish is up there. So Alec McLeish still looking for his first goal of the season. That's always a danger at set pieces.
Yeah, good corner kick, this one. Fires it in. Ali McLeish and Haitley challenging for the ball. Haitley just does enough. McLeish just gets that little bit above Haitley, but it goes over the crossbar. Haitley just does enough to put him off.
So the offside flag has gone up against Shearer. Well, despite all their successes at Pittodrie last season, Rangers had previously won just 3 times in 30 visits there. But as I said, the record is certainly getting better. But another injury problem now. Gary Smith. And some blood from the nose, so that will have to be cleared away before he can restart the game. And it's John Brown with the free kick. Goff's well forward. Goff's in there again. This is Haitley. Well, it was going just wide, but Snelders taking no chance.
Yeah, just turns in this one. Goff once again getting his head to the ball, causing problems in the Aberdeen defence. Haitley just lets this one run across his body, spins and just knocks it past the post.
Richardson's header, picked up by Stephen. So Theo Snelders, who has 17 shutouts in 41 games this season. He's got up 1 or 2 good saves already this evening. This is Stuart McKimmie. Headed away by Brown. Richardson goes for it with Ferguson. Ferguson winning it. It's laid off by Trevor Stephen to Richard Goff. Out now to McPherson. Ferguson operating in the right back role this evening. And it's real no doubt play next week against Marseille. So Rangers have the corner kick, won by Ali McCoy. And that little puzzle with Gary Smith. So again, the Rangers fans getting right behind their side. McPherson is well forward. So Trevor Stephen with the corner. Headed away by McKimmie, only as far as Houstra. McPherson's in there. Well, Rangers carrying such an aerial threat with McPherson and Goff going up to join Haitley.
Yeah, Peter Houstra just tries to pick David McPherson out here at the back post. Good leap, but just into the side netting. We're having some fun and games at set pieces tonight.
Through to McCoist. Haitley's charging in ahead of him, but it was cut out initially by McLeish. Now it's Richardson. And free kick awarded against Ferguson. And the referee wants it brought back.
Yeah, big Ali McLeish in this first half's been rock solid. He's some terrific headers with Mark Haitley, 1 or 2 very good tackles as well, showing all his experience here.
So again, it's aimed in at Patalainen, and that's a free kick against John Brown for a foul on Mixo Patalainen.
Maybe this one's a bit too close to the goal for Shearer to have a go.
Well, certainly the aerial power of Mixo Patalainen has been a big threat to the Rangers defence. So it's Paul Mason over the ball. And it's charged down. This is Richardson. Now it's Patalainen to McLeish. It's a good cross from McLeish. And Shearer's header right across the face of goal.
That was a good chance here. Good ball swung into the back post here.
You can see Ian Jess sitting there just to the edge of the picture, recovering from his broken leg, and how Aberdeen are missing him. Play on to the referee. This is Shearer coming through. And David Robertson.
Yeah, it's a lovely little flick on here by Scott Booth. Shearer, good first touch here.
This is Aitken playing it through, looking for Kane, but the ball goes behind for the goal kick. And We've now played 2 minutes of injury time in this first half. Well, the referee wants some more treatment for Gary Smith. He's telling him, in fact, he has to leave the field to have that attended to. Well, the referee's quite right here. Well, Gary Smith has come back on. And that's... well, Gary Smith is going to be booked by the referee here. I thought this might happen because he was given permission to leave the field, but he comes straight back on again without permission, and that is a bookable offence.
Yeah, you often wonder about some of these rules, Jerry, but I mean, the referee's obviously going by the book.
Well, with referee supervisor sitting in the stand and referees instructed, he can do nothing else, and the players we've had this kind of thing told to them heaven knows how many times this season, and that could put him under a lot of pressure for the rest of the game when he's going into tackles. Well, still the game going on, 48.5 minutes showing on the watch as McCall plays it forward to Houstra. McCall racing through in support. It's headed away low by Paul Mason. And there goes the half-time whistle. Well, a frantic first half in which both sides had their chances, and Duncan Shearer causing one or two problems for the Rangers defence. But the half-time score here at Ibrox Stadium: Rangers 0, Aberdeen 0. Second half underway. And you just wonder what these players have got left to give after a quite incredible first half. Well, despite taking 3 points out of 4 here at Ibrox last season, Aberdeen finished 6th in the Championship, an amazing 24 points behind Rangers. But this season, pushing them that bit more. But this is Houstra. Through to McCoist. Ferguson.
Well, he had a shot in the first half, miles off target, but he got that one bang on target. But an awful long way out to think about getting the ball past Theo Snelldogs.
Richardson plays it through. It's cut out by Robertson. First playing against his old club this evening. Now it's Trevor Stephen. McPherson. This is Ferguson playing it into space. Robertson. It breaks out to Houstra. Well, Houstra operating out on the right side in the early stages of the second half. Still it's Houstra, trying to get away from Kane. Good play by Houstra. Still Rangers have it. It's McPherson. McCall's shouting for it. It's played through now to McCoist, and good defending by Stuart McKimmie.
Well, there's certainly been no let-up at the start of this second half.
This is Goff. In steps Mason. Now it's Patalainen. Cut out by Robertson. Trevor Stephen having to stretch for that one, losing out to Aitken. Andy Gorham in a hurry to get on with things. The Rangers know by winning tonight they can take a lot of pressure off themselves for the rest of the season in terms of the championship. This is McCall. Trying to play it through to Houstra. Kane's with him all the way. That goes behind for the corner. Well, Peter Houstra putting a lot of effort into his game. And there's been a huge improvement in his work rate this season. He's put in a number of very good performances. So Patalainen keeping an eye on McPherson. McPherson gets a touch, and well handled by Snelders.
Well, normally in these situations you're looking for your man at the near post for the flick on here, but David McPherson steps off the post. I don't really think he tried an effort at goal there. I think he tried to flick it to the back post.
Well, Richard Gough gets in the header. It's cut out though by Mikko Patalainen. It's a free kick. Paul Kane sends it through. Patalainen climbs for it with Gough. It breaks out to McPherson. Now it's Houstra. McPherson again. The Rangers fans seem a bit impatient at the moment, but Rangers trying to build their play, show a bit of patience. This is Brown. Robertson. The long one played through to Ali McCoist, who's onside. It's McCoist. Well, he tried to lift it over the goalkeeper, and the chance was lost.
Well, Alec McLeish and Theo Snelders here are shouting at the linesman, but they're both wrong because Gary Smith played Ali McCoist onside. He had Gary Smith in the right back position, but he was quick enough to get across and make the recovery tackle.
It's done by Gough, but this is Richardson. Another long one for Shearer to chase, but again, Robertson very comfortable with his pace, but he's made the mistake. He's given it away. That's great goalkeeping by Andy Gorham, diving at the feet of Shearer. Well, Robertson's so comfortable there. He'd done the difficult part, and a bit of dithering by him. But he signalled back to Andy Gorham there his thanks. And it's a free kick now. Now the referee calling over Roy Aitken. Trevor Stephen taking a hefty knock. Well, Neil Murray is getting ready to come on. Trevor Stephen is attempting to continue, but limping heavily. Rangers won't want to miss his services in the next couple of games particularly. This is Ian Ferguson now charging forward for Rangers. Does well to get in the cross. This is McPherson. That's McCall. And Ian Ferguson's header straight at Theo Snelders. Well, there was some good defending and all of that again by Gary Smith. He's being challenged by Patalainen. This is Ian Ferguson. He turns away from Aitken. Leaves it now to Trevor Stephen. Driving in, Richard Gough's up there. He was blocked by McLeish. And it's hooked away by Mason. Headed on by Booth. And cleared by Brown to McCall. Well, the pace just continues. This is great play by McCall. Paisley lays it off. It's Ferguson! That is a brilliant goal by Rangers, brilliantly laid off by Hateley. It all began with persistent running by McCall. It was played through to Hateley and he laid it off to Ian Ferguson. 65 minutes gone, 1-0 to Rangers.
Yeah, this is a goal with quality written all over it. A terrific run by Stuart McCall here. Lovely lay-off by Hateley into the path of Ian Ferguson. There's had two long-range efforts earlier in the game, but that one thundered into the back of the net and gave Theo Snelders no chance whatsoever.
5 goals to Ian Ferguson this season, and that is a vital one for Rangers. Well, they know tonight they can really tie it all up. They're on course for it at the moment, but Aberdeen will battle all the way here. This is Richardson. He's got Kane breaking in the right, but he cuts inside. Still it's Richardson. It's Sent into an area there near Shearer. Well, Gorham and Gough colliding with one another. Gorham seems to be all right, but Gough has taken a severe knock.
As you see here, Gough trying to stay out his way in a very heavy collision, and I'll be hoping that Richard Gough's back and taking part in this game, and taking part in the weeks to come, of course, with the semi-final at Parkhead this weekend, and of course the Marseille game.
This is McPherson stepping away from Patalainen. Played through now to Richard Gough. Patalainen still giving chase. Now it's Houstra. Houstra taking on McKimmie. Good play by Houstra. And again, another good interception by Gary Smith as the ball was cut back towards Ian Ferguson. This is Houstra.